drunk more often than I wasn't. I drank more days of the week than not. I remember my childhood being happy, and we moved to Michigan when I was 14, made it a little harder to make friends. And I remember sneaking out to a party when I was 14 years old, and that was when I had my first drink of alcohol. I was assaulted that night when I was blackout drunk. You would think that would have affected my desire to continue drinking. I just wanted to do more things that were not good for me. Alcohol was an attempt to fit in, but then it became a desire to not feel the pain. Senior year of high school, I discovered that as a CNA student, I really liked nursing. It should have taken like 4 years, give or take, to get a community college nursing degree. It took me 8 total because I was drinking nonstop. When I became a nurse, I had something I could say about myself. I was a mother, I was a nurse. These were all things that I held my identity in. Eventually, my parents took my son, and my car was repossessed. Found out that I had lost my nursing license. I wasn't a believer at the time. I was agnostic. I didn't want the God that allowed the pain that I had endured. But I needed my sons, and they weren't giving me my sons, so I needed to go. I finally went to Bakersfield in January of 2021. When I got there, my heart was hardened. And then I just start singing the songs after a while, and I start really listening to the sermons, and I start receiving things that are being said. And God just opened it up. And my heart was I started getting revelations. I started getting dreams, and the word God opened up, the word to me, how he does for his child who's willing. I was excited. I was like a child. There was endless things to read about in this book that I thought was so boring, that I hated that they only gave me this book. But now it's like the only book that I love to read. When I got out of Teen Challenge, at that point, I'd learned my identity in Christ. I am his. I am worthy. I am beautiful. I am not what those men made me feel like. I don't have to worry about anything but what God thinks of me. And he's restored everything and then some already. I was able to petition for reinstatement of my nursing license. I got my sons back within 6 months after graduating TC. Yeah, and they live with me, and thank God. And I get to see my boys off to school in the morning. I get to see them when they come home from school and take care of them and be there on weekends. He is true to his promise that if you seek him, he will come. So just keep seeking him. There is nothing like him. Nothing. No drug, nothing.